Welcome, guys. You know who it is. Piss, shit, and fart and shit and gaming YouTube channel here. Today, I'm going to be going through r/Deadlock the game. And I'm going to be looking at all the positivity because it's just festive cheer everywhere.
Wow, I really love playing Deadlock. Holy moly, this game is amazing and perfect.
On the real though, people are just going brazy bonkers right now. Meaning that there's a lot of dooming going on. I found out what this word meant like yesterday. People are just focusing on the negatives a lot. And every post is just complaining. Anyway, this is this video. So what's going on, guys? Basically speaking, Deadlock is at the lowest current player count, 170k players. Now 10k. Guys, game dead. Deadlock, more like dead game, am I right? Why are players dropping? Here it is. 5 things. Top 10 gooby woobies, right? Number 5. Deadlock novelty is wearing off. And that's okay. I still love this game, but that's just how things go. Anything you enjoy, man. In any case of life, that's how it goes. Things become exciting when they're new, they're novel. It's a novelty for it. Then it becomes normal. Then you start actually looking at it for what it is. Number 2. Marvel Rivals just released. Guys, I'm not too sure if you've heard about a little IP called Marvel, called Superman. No, he's not even in the game. Spider-Man. It's a fun game. It's if you haven't tried it, don't try it. Play Deadlock. Number 3. PoE 2 just released. Number 4. Helldivers 2, massive update. And number 5. Deadlock's last patch was underwhelming compared to the previous one. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Those are the 5 reasons. Anyway, for context, and listen, man, if you don't play Dota, if you watch me, you're gonna know a lot about Dota, because guys, Dota 2 is so cool, man. Anyway, Dota 2 was in beta for 2 years. We've been in beta for like, I think, was it May this year? Deadlock started? 7 months? Guys, we've got 2 years. We've got a year and a half to go. Nah. Okay. Anyway, let's stop yapping, and I'm gonna go down this thread. And I'm gonna read with my eyeballs. I'm gonna look at the words on the screen, and I'm gonna say things with my mouth. Let's go. Okay, controversial. Ding, ding, ding. Controversial. I would say that this game has made a lot of changes. Every single 2 weeks, the meta changes. The smallest change has huge impacts. As an example, they changed the soul sharing mechanic, and the whole game changed, right? Farming was now literally not justifiable at all. Deathball meta was crazy. People would just go 2-2-2 in every lane, push the base, and since the base is made out of sandpaper, it's made out of fucking paper mache, the base would just get destroyed. They would take mid boss at 16 minutes and just run down the lane and win. That one change caused that, right? I don't know if people are used to playing other games and they've got bigger patches to get comparison off, but I've played Dota 2 for like 13 years. There was no patch for 8 months. These patches are huge every 2 weeks. They were more brave with the hero balance. The thing is, they're very brave. Literally last patch, Geist's ult got changed to be silence. They made Pocket's ult no longer a full dot, it now does damage upright, you know? It's a lot of things changing. A lot of things are changing, man. What I love about Deadlock is that it's the only game that has no progression, that I just genuinely enjoy for the gameplay, you know? It doesn't entice you with crazy big battle passes and skins. It's just like, okay, is the gameplay good? Yes. It's being tuned, but it's really enjoyable. So basically, this guy's saying, how many times are we going to go in circles changing soul sharing just to end up with a game no better than it started? The whole point with playtesting is we are testing the play. Of course, there may be things that are changed, but if they're shit, they're going to be changed back. If you don't take risks, guys, if you're in your comfort zone, things will not get better, right? That's a life tip right there. What is the point of micro-dialing in all the items when we are probably not close to the final list of items for launch? That's the whole point of balancing. We're balancing the game, we're playtesting the game. In this case, what's the point of doing anything until the game releases? Why don't they just do a billion patches when it all releases, you know? The whole point is doing it incrementally so we can actually see the changes in an isolation rather than just doing it all at once. So by changing the soul sharing mechanic and realizing it was shit for the game, macro play was impossible, they realized, oh yeah, this is actually a mistake, and they changed it back. That's the whole point. Focus on new heroes and items. There has been 3 new items added to the game in the last, month. It's crazy. There is no point in super fine tuning at this stage. It just feels like a waste of time to me, knowing it won't mean anything after 10 more heroes are introduced. They will have to redo the balance at that point anyway. The thing is with that is, That's just a live service game. If you compare a patch now compared to 10 patches in any game, things won't mean anything because it changed, right? It's just how it goes. People here will give a billion excuses why that is, but in reality the game is just not that good, especially things like the god awful matchmaking. And on top of that, the updates Valve dropped so far have been lackluster or straight up bad. I straight up disagree with that. There hasn't been a patch that's dropped that I've been like, what the fuck is this? It's always been like, okay, that's great that they're changing this. Sometimes less so than others, but they're in the right track, in my opinion. Okay, this guy, we need to upvote this right now, guys. I need 10 million upvotes. I fully disagree with this, 100%. I understand free speech is a thing, but this, if MOBAs were 20 minutes max, MOBAs would not be played. And I would put money on that, because you know why? It's like playing chess, right? Imagine if chess was a 5-minute game. Can you imagine, okay, within 2 minutes it's double points, within 3 minutes, the queen can now move twice in the game. It's like, things that just change for the sake of making a faster game don't equal a better game. 20-minute game states is awful. Every 20-minute game is a stomp. I would much rather have 2 quality 40-minute games than 4 shit stomps. Okay, they are taking too long to do too little. They need to shut it down and come back in a year with new maps / characters. New characters? Yeah, fair. That's a fair point. New map. Maps don't matter. I want the map to be better right now, but a quantity of maps is just not realistic. It's a MOBA. That's the whole point. It's like chess releasing triangle boards. You're like, who the fuck is, like, it's like, who the fuck is buying that? They'd rather just play on a square board, because like, it's not about the number of squares. The thing is, all these modes that LoL has and Dota has, they will come. And so will I. Nah, okay, so they've been killing the game with all of the changes since late October. It sucked the fun out of it. I've had it uninstalled since early November. I disagree. Once again, I feel like every patch, they are very much aware of what is strong. They have the numbers, guys. The numbers, Mason. What do they mean? They have the numbers. I've been a part of this game for so long that I've seen every hero be the top most broken hero. And they've always been nerfed the next week, if not the following week. Shiv, tank, destroyed everyone. Numbers were out of control. Nerfed him. A McGinnis ult. You could get like a 30-second cooldown McGinnis ult. Easy. Overpowered, right? They nerfed that. Pocket. His barrage would go through walls and have a humongous radius. They nerfed that. Everything is being nerfed and changed. I think developers fell in trap of trying to balance unfinished game. That's the whole point. You've hit the nail on the head, brother. They will abandon it like Underlord. A lot of doomers, man. A lot of doomers. No ranks plus so many arbitrary rules and character nerfs kind of kill the game. Like, they're not arbitrary. Like, this is going to be very controversial what I'm saying. Game developers balance the game around the highest skill players. And you might be sitting there going, well, I'm not a high skill player and I want to have fun too. Of course. However, high skill players are more reliable at finding things that are broken, and they are more credible. So it makes more sense to listen to these people. And I'd also argue that fun and competitiveness are the same thing in MOBAs, right? People like to say, oh, I don't want it to be competitive, I want it to be fun. I think competitive means that the game is so balanced. Peak competitive game is that the game is so balanced that the only thing that is measured is independent skill. Great theme, great characters, totally wasted on yet another hero shooter / MOBA. There's something more refreshing. Not sure Deadlock recovers from this early access dip. This game is definitely made for a subgenre of people. And I am that subgenre of people. I'm just trying to give you my opinion. They killed the fun, unique parts and made it Dota again. Brother, if you're playing a competitive game and always expect to be feeling good, that's not how it works. It's a sacrifice. It's like, you guys heard of gambling? You guys heard of gambling before? Sometimes you don't win, but sometimes you do. Actually, no, don't gamble. Sometimes you go in, 3 games in a row, you get stomped. Why would the average person continue? Because they're hoping for a good game. Amazing. Cinema. Gamble away your house right now. It's a niche genre that has issues with toxicity. Okay, so I hear this opinion as well, and it's all wrong because it's not my opinion. Nah, okay. This is a hot take as well, guys. Yeah, people suck. People suck, man. There's 2 wolves inside of you, right? One of them is fun and friendly, one of them is abusive in text chat. That's a people problem. This is a different issue. Every game that is PvP, people will complain. I stopped playing when I killed Haze Dagger. RIP, Bozo. This game never stood a chance against Marvel Rivals to begin with, but the devs didn't help with these garbage patches. Marvel Rivals is in the honeymoon stage, 100%, much like Deadlock was. Anyway guys, we are all monkeys at the end of the day, right? We all see the number go down and we go, oh my goodness gracious, the game's dead. But it's being developed, it's being worked on. Deadlock is great, guys. Deadlock is so cool, epic, fun time gaming hours. And I'm going to be playing it for a while.